Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to talk to you about a company named Vont. Now the representatives at Vont reached out to me to see if I would be interested in providing them with a review of some of their products. Now I have to be honest, I receive a lot of requests from companies asking me to review their products, and I really need to take a hard look at them to make sure it's something that's cohesive and sort of conducive to what I'm trying to do with my channel. So at an initial glimpse, I took a look at their products and I reached back to Vont and I respectfully declined. But the people at Vont were a little bit persistent and they asked me to take a second look at their products. And I have to be honest, I'm very glad I did. I have a couple of products that I want to show you today, and Vont equipment centers around lighting. Now these days there are a lot of lighting companies out there, and each company specializes in something slightly different. Now Vont has a unique collection. They sort of center around things that are kind of illumination and mood lighting, not really so much like high-powered flashlights or anything like that. So the more and more I looked at their products, I really tried to find a reason to want to review their products. Now with that said, you may realize that I've reorganized my studio. Lately I've been shooting just a little bit different, slightly different angle, and actually slightly different lighting. And that's all made possible because of the people at Vont. They have provided me with some excellent lights that I am now using to help light my studio space more appropriately so that I can bring better quality and well-lit reviews to all of you. And beyond that, they do have some products that are well suited for the camping and backpacking application. And I'm going to take a look at some of those products as well today. Now I have a whole bunch to show you in regards to these lights. I think you're going to like them. And if you're interested in seeing just a little bit more about what I'm about to talk about, do me a favor. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of different products that we're going to take a look at today from the company Vont. The first product we're going to take a look at is the Eclipse desk lamp. Now when I started looking at the product offerings from the company Vont and I saw these desk lamps, I was very drawn to them. I'd never seen a lamp quite like it before. But with the overall features, the shape, the size, the overall light output, and the fact that these lights are a very slimline design definitely looked like they would be desirable. So as I mentioned, this is called the Eclipse desk lamp. So I took these out of the box and I immediately put them to work in my studio space. Now I do have two of them that I'm using right now to help illuminate this particular scene. So as I've been growing through my channel, continuously trying to improve more and more with my videos, lighting is a big part of the review, is a big part of the production, and gives you the overall quality that you expect from reviewers. And so that's why we're here today. So let's take a look at these lights so that you can see the overall features. So as I mentioned, here is the Eclipse desk lamp. And as you take a look at this, you will see it has an interesting slimline design. So overall, an interesting light where you have a wonderfully weighted base. Then you have a little control panel, a nice long initial arm, and then additionally the LED bar. And these lights have multiple modes, which is really cool. It's a simple touch here, just a little soft button, so it's not like a hard button. It's one of those sort of soft touch buttons. And as I turn it off, you'll see that I can fold this away. Very slim, nice slim design. Very cool. Now, for me, I find as though it's the perfect size and perfect shape and actually the perfect height, where right now I just need something to help illuminate my area and illuminate my set as I film my reviews. And so this, to me, when I saw it, I thought would be the absolute perfect product for that. Now, what I think is really unique and interesting is the idea that you can actually dim these down. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modes of brightness. So 5 modes of brightness, and then there are also different color temperatures. So this one they call reading, which I believe is the coolest, study, relax, and sleep. And each one of these you can dim, But the other very interesting thing is they remember the mode. So for example, if we go to reading, I'm going to put this as low as it can go. Then for the example study, I'm going to keep as high as it can go. Relax, we're going to put it as low as it can go. And then sleep, we're going to put it as high as it can go. And now as I go back through the modes, well, reading remembers it was on the lowest mode. And then I can pan up from there. Well, we know study, I put on the highest mode. And it remembers that. And I can go down from there. So very cool. I think that's amazing. It's a really nice feature that I greatly enjoy about this. So once I get these set up for my filming needs, I know I can set it and forget it, and it's exactly where I need to do what I needed to do. So let's just say I wanted to have some light and I was going to take off out of the house, but I wanted the lights to turn off eventually. Here you have a 60-minute timer. And you'll see the on-off switch just flashing there. So in 60 minutes, this light will turn itself off. That, again, is a very cool feature. Now, just taking a quick look at the LEDs while I cycle through the modes. Again, here I have it on the reading mode, study, relax, and sleep. So you'll see inside there are different LEDs with different color temperatures. And depending on how they blend them, you get that different output. And then in terms of the brightness, you can see as I pan them down or up, the intensity increases or decreases accordingly. Now I'm not sure how that's done, if inside there are additional LEDs that I'm not really seeing. I think that might be the case where you kind of see another sort of ambient glow all the way on the inside there. But generally speaking, this performs extremely well, and I like the overall quality of the light output. So as I mentioned, I am currently using a couple of these for my illumination needs in the studio. Oh, and while we're at it, www.vont.com. But yeah, as I was saying, so here I have one of them on this side, and then one of them on this side. And this is real easy for me. They're just slim and easy. I have them plugged in. I can just take it and slide it into place to do my filming. And then when I'm done, I just slide it back. Now you'll also notice that on this one, I kind of have it canted to the side. You can spin these. They will turn. Basically, when you put these together in the first place, there's a little collar on the underside that allows you to thread this together and hold it onto the base. It does allow this to turn if you're careful. So that's what I've done here. Seems to work fairly well. Now at this current time, these aren't a perfect solution for me. I'm also using my primary light as I always have. So these aren't really a solve-all for my filming needs, but they've been a nice supplement and help to even everything out. And so now to talk about the Vont LED camping lanterns. These are really interesting, and there's a few reasons for it. First off, there is a design here that may be familiar to you. If you've seen a lantern similar to this, it was probably from another company. Now the reason why I am drawn to this particular lantern at this moment is because Vont is the company that owns the patent to this design. But there are other large manufacturing companies out there that have been basically stealing their design. So this is a Vont manufacturing patented design. They are the ones that have come up with this concept, and I think it's actually a really cool concept. I mean, the idea that as you pop this up, the light comes on, you can vary the overall amount of output depending on how many of the LEDs you expose, and then as you push this back down, it turns off completely. Now, this is a little bit large for me for the backpacking application. I probably would not personally carry this if I was going on a long distance. However, I do like the overall fit and finish, the construction. These are very simple to power up with 3 AA batteries. I think it's a very easy design, and this is something that you could certainly use car camping without any problem. You could definitely use it around your house, and I'm actually very excited to have these. If in the event I lose power, I have a nice quality illumination right where I need it. Now as I get into it here, threading off the very bottom, you will see that there is an easily accessible battery compartment. Now, this doesn't necessarily seem to be gasketed. I don't know if you really need to worry about this in terms of the overall sort of water resistance. I don't think you'd have a problem if this was to get wet, but I bet you if you submerged it for a long period of time, you may run into a little bit of an issue. The grab handles on top are nice where they come up easily, and they also stow away nice and flush next to the body of the lantern. Now, I would think over time this may potentially loosen up just a tiny bit. I mean, even right now, as I let the body of this hang down, it does expose just a little bit of that gap and open it up a tiny bit. But I can tell you that this is somewhat firm to pull, so it seems to me like it's quality construction, that you're not going to have any problem with this really getting loose. I mean, you'll see there's no movement there, and I don't think it would be a long-term problem. I just make that little notice that just a tiny bit of that crack kind of opens up as I let it go. But taking a quick look at these coming out of the packaging, here you'll see a very simple packaging design. Now, you can buy these in packs. So this is a 2-pack. You can also get 4 packs of lights. And inside you get everything from a bubble wrapped lantern, the batteries that you need to run it, a Vont VIP card, and a small instruction pamphlet. Now, the people at Vont have been very generous, and at the time of this video, they have offered you a discount code. So take a look down in the description below, use that discount code, and save yourself some money on these nice Vont products. So overall, I need to say thank you very much to the people at Vont. I'm glad I took a second look at their products. I do like them. I think there's a place for a number of their products. I'm very happy with these desk lamps. I think they're really cool. I'm actually also very happy to get my hands on these lanterns. I think it's crazy the world we're in, where you can just rip people off for no reason other than to benefit yourself. I've even struggled with that myself, having things that I've done and worked really hard for getting ripped off. It feels like crap, and in the case of Vont, they are potentially losing serious money. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.